All right, live guitar warm up number 22. We're doing finger walking, finger crawl might be a better term for it. We're doing the key of A. Hopefully, do sequence of 3 today. Clearly, I know what I'm doing today, and then we're doing some funk. If you guys want the sheet music, want to help support us, become a member at musicbythemeasurespro.com. We appreciate your guys' support. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I started these warm ups yesterday, and they need some work. And again, like warm-ups in my mind should be like you get this routine down, and then it should be a 10 to 15 minute warm-up if you don't have a lot of time. If you have a decent amount of time, it should be like a 30-minute warm-up. Then you get to playing. Just because I haven't done warm-ups on guitar for a bit, I'm going to spend more time on these than I would in a regular warm-up session. Just kind of get these good, and then I'll do some loop videos and stuff. All right, so this first one, we're just... we got two different things going on. Our fingers need to do this crawl or this walk. One thing that I want to be working on while I do this, and that's a good way to kind of treat warm-ups, like what do you want to get out of it? I want to keep my thumb in the right position throughout. So you see it's not creeping up at all. Usually, like when I do this walking up, I go like that. And then just like a smooth down up with the pick. Those are the two things. So even just doing this, actually let's do that with a metronome. So 50 is pretty slow. We're just going to do our 6th string, 5th string, 4th string, 3rd string. And we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. On the way back up, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. And I anytime that I can get a student or even myself to just do one hand at a time, there is nothing wrong with that. And there's so many good lessons of like, okay, this is how you should be approaching the guitar. This left hand needs its training. It needs its alone time. And then do the same thing with the right hand. Give it that alone time. All right. So we'll do some of those with just fingers, and then we'll throw the pick in. E and 2, E and 1, E and 2, and 1 E and 2 E and 2 E and 1 E. Get it in time. Okay. 1 E and 2 E and Now, whenever I'm learning something new, and really we're not worried about like I'm getting these first frets down. Eventually we're going to move all the way up around the neck. I don't want to sit here on the first fret the entire time. I'm actually going to go down to the 5th fret and play this exercise from there. So we're going to do the exact same thing we just did, but we're going to go 5th string, 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string. So we're just going to that way and then back up. And again, just getting that idea of how the fingers are going to move and then adding that pick to it. All right, let's put the metronome to that. Even though these are not the frets I'm playing, we're still just going to highlight this. 1 and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and and then with a pick. Keep that metronome going, and we're going to do these 4th string on down. Kind of see that I have a lot of work to do with my left hand, just letting him play in time. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and. It's very much a finger twister, right? I think it moves after every time. Let's see. So, yeah, but then go down to the 5th string, then the 4th string, then back up, then move over. And we're kind of still on step 1 of just getting this idea smoother before we even worry about going all the way up. And obviously, maybe not obviously, but I'd rather not go all the way up at 50 BPM, maybe like a 60, 70, because otherwise it becomes a laborious event. But it's also whatever speed that you can play it at well. So let's keep it at 50, and I'm going to do the 6th string, then move to the 5th string one, and then move to the 4th string one. I'll do a couple in a row of each just to build confidence and, I don't know, some other word. Fifth string. Fourth string. So let's go back to 6. We're going to do that all again one more time, and then we'll start putting in the other transitions in. 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and. So we might as well loop it because if we're playing that, yeah, we'll just do exactly these first 2 measures. So we're gonna go. Let's just run through this a minute. And then starting all over. Okay, all right, we got this. 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and. And it wouldn't even hurt, and I'm going to do it myself. Just do the fingers. 1 E and 2 E and. I need a lot of work on that yet. So just the string skipping that's going on, the down, up, all of it is just a good little, I don't know, it's like a landmine for mistakes. All right, that's a good warm-up on that, though, about 10 minutes. Let's jump into the key of A. I need to switch guitars from yesterday because getting to this 17 wasn't the easiest on the other guitar. Oh, 14. All right, so let's do this. I think we can just jump in on 2 strings in a row. Let's maybe review this a little bit. So we have 5, 7, 9, 10. And then 7, 9, 11, 12. Goal of keeping it smooth. I don't want to hear any of those slides. They're going to happen a little bit. We'll work on resolving them. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So next set is not, there we go, 9, 11, 12, 14. To 11, 13. So we got 9, 11, 12, 14, 11, 13, 14, 16. It's a lot of big numbers. So especially just because I don't have those memorized and looking back and forth at the guitar, it's just going to take me a bit. Let's try to do just this measure, see if I fall apart. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... And last line, we got 14, 14, 15, 17, 19. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... All right, so here's the plan. My goal is to spend 10 minutes on each of these sections, but I want to start getting to these sequence of 3s because it's going to help me really get it memorized. It's going to force me to just repeat. Now, even though this music is written out in a way that it's running through the entire scale, much like... What we're actually going to do is play each one of these 4 times. So we'll start with just 2, just getting this idea down. We got these triplets, so we're going triplet, 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 triplet. And I'm going to want to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and vice versa. I don't know if we're going to play this at 55, so let's just copy this over. We're going to need it down the road anyway. And then we'll still work on the linear fashion of just running through the scale, but I think this is a good, I don't know, good way to get it really quickly into your fingers. So let's hear 55. triplet, triplet, triplet. Just realized how I said I was going to play this. So I'm going to do 4 times. And it's counting inside of counting, right? So if I'm going to play 5, 7, 9 4 times in a row, I have to remember that I have to count those as I go. And sometimes I'm going to fail. Sometimes I'm going to do 5. Sometimes I'm going to do 3. So then our next one's going to be 7, 9, 10. To make life a little bit easier, we're just going to highlight both of those. I'm going to do 4 of one, 4 of the next. In the future, I'll probably pull up a metronome to play with this. I'm not counting at all. This is my second. First. Switch. Cool. Then every time we're just going to add one on. Now, again, this is going to take us a little while, but it's going to kind of like be copy and paste for a lot of scales. Obviously, there'll be different notes, but for the most part, like, you're going to learn a lot of techniques in this. Again, it's a warm-up. It's meant to get our fingers ready. It's hopefully, you tackle something new and musical. So our new one is 9, 10, 7, 9, 10. So let's do that 4 times in a row first, and then we'll jump into the pattern. Times in a row. Sometimes I just turn off my brain and play whatever I see. And then let's add that last one. So we'll have, I'm not going to do that 4 times in a row. I wasn't going to show you the whole progression 4 times in a row. I think that's what we're going to do on the A scale. We're just going to tackle a measure a day on those sequence of 3s, and by 2 weeks, we're going to do this for 2 weeks, and then we'll move to a new warm-up. All right, so funk is the last thing to do. Break this down one more time. So this is the chord we're playing. We're going on the 5th string, 7, 6, 7, 7. It's important to mute both your 1st string and your 6th string. So when we're any of those X's, right, is a mute. Anytime we see a slash, it's a strum. It's a strum of the chord, I should say, because it's all strumming. So 5 and 46 BPM on number 5. So we're going 1 E enda, 2 E enda, 3 E enda, 4 E enda, and then obviously with the strums in there. Oh, wrong. 1 E enda, 2 E enda, 3 E enda, 4 E enda. Your goal is to keep it even. Let's see how I do. E enda, 4 E enda, 1 E enda, 2 E enda. We're going to do 6 at the same tempo, and then we'll speed it up. Probably reality is, what's up, bro? How's your day going? It is a funky good jam. It's this funky, well, it's funk for one, and it's a 16th note pattern that's kind of fun to play. What are you up to on this rainy Michigan Saturday? So same thing, let's establish those 16th notes. And 46 is pretty slow. I've always found it's better to start slow. You can really analyze what you're doing. Dude, I'm doing good. I'm a little tired. I stayed up a little late last night. Did my 2 lives, and then I just practiced for a while, some vocal stuff, working on Blackbird, singing and playing it, and then kind of worked on just some good vocal stuff and stayed up maybe till 3 a.m. But waking up, just did a drum live, now doing guitar live, and then go do my part-time job. The 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 E and a. Whenever I go just to the straight mute, I'm just trying to hear, trying to make my right hand, I don't know, like feel the pattern what it's supposed to be, right? Without anything going on in my left to kind of like cause it to bump or move faster or accent. Just trying to get a smooth sound. So then when I do add that chord on, I'm like, I understand how it's supposed to sound, I understand how it's supposed to feel, and then putting it all together. The 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. Sweet. That's a warm-up. 25 minutes is a little bit more manageable than the 45 I did the other day. Sometimes don't let your warm-up be your burnout. Like, you should try to get some stuff done after warm-up. So that's what I'm going to do. Probably going to do some tracking for my band Lamech. YouTube channel, Lamech, I think. I think that's the channel. Search for our song Higher Ground if you guys want to take a listen. I'll be working on a new song called Lonely Lover. Got to work on getting that guitar part done. And this funk stuff is really good for that, too, because there's a lot of that element in that song. All right, you guys have a good rest of your Sunday, and I will talk